Okay, you're welcome to Digital School Software. This tutorial is going to guide us on some of the activities that needs to be done at the beginning of every new term, both for existing clients and for new clients. So we want to welcome you to this new term, and we want to also make you understand some of the things you need to do. Okay, so when you come to a new term in your school and you are using the digital school software, so the first thing you've done is that we have logged into our school portal. Let's assume this is your school portal. You have logged in as the admin. So the first thing you need to do is to let the system know that you are now in a new term. Okay, so you do that by going to portal settings. You go to set session /term. When you click on it, okay, for this school they have already set their own. So we are on 2023-2022. Then they have already set their own to second term. So we have moved from second term to third term. Then here also you need to also change when like now we are in the second term. You need to now set when third term will resume. Okay, because this will show in your result. So this school now have set it to the 25th of April. That is when the third term will resume. Okay, so when you are in second term, you need to set when third term will resume. When you are in first term, you need to set when second term will resume, as the case may be. So this is the number one thing you need to do. So now this portal knows we are in this current session 2022-2023, then we are in second term, and this is when the next term will resume. Okay, this is the number one thing. Then number two is register new pupils or students that joined your school. Every time new children join your school, so it is important that their records are registered into the portal. Okay, so for a student, you go to student manager. If the child registered in basic or nursery or secondary, you select. So let's assume a new child came in basic, so we'll come to register new student. You click on it. This is your student registration form. You place your cursor on this portal ID. Automatically the system will generate an ID, a portal ID. This is the ID that the new student or pupil will be using. So make sure you fill in all this information: surname, first name, if you have the state, local government. Then most importantly, select the class that the child is joining. Basic 1 to 5. Let's say basic 2 and basic 2A. If it is basic 2B that you have, for schools that have multiple arms, all the arms you run in your school will display here. Then make sure you fill in the guardian information: surname of the guardian, first name, phone number of the parents, second number of the parent, that is the secondary phone number, then email address if you have it, and other information. Then you submit. So that is how you register new children that joined your school. Also, you also need to block those who left. Once in a while, students relocate or pupils relocate, or they travel out, or for one reason or the other, if they have left your school, of course you need to let the system know so that the system can block them. If you do not delete them, their records will be among the people you will be paying for, even though they have left your school. Secondly, for the system to compute average, it needs to have the accurate number of children. So you just go to search. If the student's name is John, you type John and search. If there is any pupil like John, look at Jonelle. Okay, you see block, this block here. If you click on it, the system will ask you, why are you blocking? Is the student relocated, registration in error, expulsion, health issue, unable to pay fees, death of a guest? So for any reason why this child left your school, you just block the child. So this child is blocked. So if you search for that name again, you will see that this child has been blocked. So the system will deactivate every record about this child. So if peradventure this child comes back, you can also unblock by clicking that padlock button and activate it back. Okay, so that is how to block students or pupils who left your school and how to activate them back when they return to the school. Okay, another important thing you need to do in a new term is to block staff or to register staff who joined your school newly. So every term, from time to time, you always have new staff. So you go to register staff manager, you see register new staff. Then you put staff ID, password, first name, and other information about the staff. And then you save. So the staff's record has been saved. Of course, the next thing will now be go to manage privilege. You click on, let's say, the staff name, and you assign the privilege that that staff belongs. Maybe subject teacher, class teacher, bursar, super admin. You assign that staff the privilege. Okay, so that's how you register a new staff that joined your school. Also, when a staff has left your school, it is very important you block the staff so that a staff who has left your school should not continue to log in to your school's portal. So you go to manage staff, or still under staff manager, you go to manage staff. All the staff that you have in your school, their register will be here. So let's assume Suleiman Suliyat has left. You just come to block. You block Suleiman. So Suleiman can no longer log in or have access to this portal. Another thing you may want to do is to delete entirely. So you click on this, delete, and click on delete here. So Suleiman's record will be deleted entirely. But usually we block the staff in case they will return to come and teach again. So let's unblock Suleiman. So if we unblock, Suleiman can now log in. So it's very important you block any staff that has left your school. Another very important thing you need to do is to send SMS, resumption SMS, or any other kind of SMS for activities that will happen during the term. So it's very important you go to communication. If the SMS is going to those in basic, you select basic, then you select send SMS. If it is basic 1, you select basic 1. If it is basic 2, basic 3, basic 4, or all basic. Let's say the message is for everybody, you select all basic. Then you scroll down, type your message here. When you type your message, then you send SMS. The SMS will be delivered instantly. Okay? Another thing you may want to do is to schedule SMS. For instance, in the beginning of this new term, you already have your term calendar. You know the days that are public holidays. You know the days that you have special event. And you want to schedule SMS so that whether you remember or not, on those days, the system will be able to deliver message. So you come to schedule SMS. Schedule SMS, okay? So let's say all JS, for example, or all SS, or whatever. You just schedule the SMS. From there, you select the dates as the case may be. So let's assume, okay, I'm coming. Okay, so scheduling SMS, you just go to communication, let's say basic, then you see schedule SMS, okay? GS1, A, B, you have all the GSS and SS classes. If you want to send the schedule the message for all GSS or all SS or just a particular arm. So the phone numbers will show, then you select the dates. Let's say in February 25th, which is supposed to be the presidential election, and by 12 noon, you want a message to be delivered to your parents. You select 12 noon. What message do you want? Let's say, hello dear parents, I hope you have voted. And I hope you are going to be a part of our national development. Or by 8 a.m. you send a message encouraging parents to go and vote. Or that day is going to be a public. So whatever message, you can schedule all the special days. And on those days, whether you are online or not, you just click on send. Whether you are online or not, on this date and by this time, this message will be delivered. It saves you the stress of always having to think of the message you are supposed to send. Or so if you can sit down just in one day, 5 minutes, think of every special day. Remember, we give you 3 times your population in SMS. When you exhaust it, you let us know and you subscribe or pay for another SMS. But for every time, we give you 3 times your population. So it's also very important to check your SMS balance before you start scheduling message. For example, this school SMS balance is 0. So you see that if they schedule SMS now, on those dates, the SMS will not deliver because they don't have units. So they have to let us know so that we'll be able to credit them with SMS for the term. If we credit them with ×3 and they discover that they will send much more messages, they can now buy additional units of SMS so that all their messages will be delivering just the way Jesus is delivering people that are possessed by demons. Okay? Don't mind me. Okay, the next thing you need to do at the beginning of a new term is also to set CBT. If you want your children to write CBT exams, it is in the beginning of the term. You can ask all the teachers to make sure that they have gone to upload their CBT questions if they have set it. So you come to Assessment Manager, Basic, you say set OBJ CBT question. Select the class and begin to enter the questions one after the other. Okay, so that's very important. Put assessment title, subject that the teacher is entering, start date, when you want the assignment to start, end date, where you want it to end, time, duration, access type, like random means the question will be popping up randomly for every child, total number of questions. Then this is where you type your question 1, you put options, and then you put the answer. Then submit question 1. You enter question 2. So before the midterm, the questions are already there waiting for them. So you can choose the date you want them to start. Let's say your midterm is going to be February 15th. And you want the assignment to be done, you set that date as when the assignment will start. So this assignment will not be active until the 15th day of February. Then end date, the date you want it to stop showing. So that is how to set CBT. So your teachers can as well set these things early, and why, so that when it's time to write CBT, everybody is sure that the questions are already on the system. Also, another important thing you may need to do is to manage your finance. Many of you have not been using the school finance module, Finance Manager. This is where you set your income, manage your expenditure, so that at the end of the term you can get a proper financial report. Accounting is the soul of business. If at the end of the term you don't know how much you made, how much profit you made, how much maybe you spent on diesel, how much you spent, you will not be able to know where you are spending so much or where you are spending too little, or everything that has to do with finance. You need to come and start using it, set it. We have a complete video for the entire Finance Manager, which we can also send to you. Okay, another thing you might need to do in the beginning of a new term, usually we know that because of how busy parents are, they don't usually check their children's results during holiday. It is usually when school resumes and they are asked to bring the result. That's when they start rushing. So you can also, part of the things that may be happening in a new term is that you may also be needing to reference previous results. That one is very straightforward. You just go to the Result Manager. Okay, see Result Manager here. You go to Basic or Secondary, as the case may be. you click on view broadsheets. View broadsheet. That is, if you have to be the one to check it and print for them. You know, there are some wonderful parents that they are too busy, they want you to print for them. So when you click on continue, their broadsheet will show. So you look for the name or the ID of that child and click on his ID, then his result will display. Okay, his result will display. That is what you have. You see the result will display. Okay, so you can make reference to previous results, previous broadsheet. Even if it is 20 years ago, all their results are being saved on the system. They can actually even download it, as the case may be. They can click on this button to download. Okay, last but not the least, or the next thing you can do in a new term is the teachers having to upload their lesson notes. They will come to lesson manager, create lesson, upload lesson notes. Upload lesson notes is assuming they have typed the lesson note in Microsoft Word. They can upload it from here. They select the term, second term, select the class. Let's say I'm teaching GS1 and I'm teaching all GS1 week 2. I'll put the title. I'll select subject that I'm teaching, basic science. For week 2, what's the topic I'm teaching? Let's say energy. Then I'll put description, then I'll select browse to locate the notes. To locate the notes, I'll upload. So when my children log in, they will be able to see the notes. If it's a video that I want to upload, I'll click on YouTube video. By then, of course, you already know that you must have uploaded your video on YouTube. Then you come and connect it to your website. Okay, that is exactly how all these videos were uploaded. Look at this school now. They've been uploading videos. Hello. Hello. So that's it. 20 views. The system keeps track of all the children who have viewed your videos. So all your lesson videos, week 1 is week 11, week 10. This one was done previously. Okay, so these are the things you will always need to do at the beginning of a new term. So please do let us know if there is any area you have challenge. Also remember to refer digital school to other schools. They need to enjoy what your school is enjoying. God bless you tremendously.